Hello nation, and welcome back to the homestead. You are obviously frustrated. You're obviously tired. You're obviously looking for a better solution to be able to get water to your chickens in your eggmobile that you're using in your rotating pasture. Well, I've got the answer to your problem right here today. We installed a rainwater catchment system on our eggmobile, and I'm gonna show you how we did it. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. This is not to look pretty. Everything that we used to make this system, we had lying around here on our homestead. Now, the very first thing that we used was a recycled gutter that we used on the perfect watering system for your chicken coop. And if you missed that video, we'll put that in the end screen at the end of this video, and we'll also link it down in the description. Now, learn from my mistake here. The one thing that I did wrong in this situation is from the downspout. I didn't measure from the downspout. I measured from the end cap to the distance that I needed. Then I cut the gutter, which I cut out the manufactured downspout in the gutter. So I had to fabricate my own. Don't make my mistake. It's a lot easier to put these end caps on than it is to try to fabricate a downspout in a gutter. At least for me, I don't hang gutters for a living, so I don't know the tricks of the trade. And so we wrestled with this and we cut this hole, and we ended up using PVC, I believe 2-inch PVC, and we just started stepping it down to 3/4 inch for our downspout. Now, I didn't glue any of these fittings in. They're all just hand tight, pressure tight, because there's not going to be a lot of pressure in this system. We siliconed all of this in, put the end cap in, siliconed it in, and yeah, we do have a little bit of a water leak in the back, and we try to get some more silicone to that in the top and the front, and we'll see how it lasts after everything dries. And like I said, we went down to 3/4 inch, and we brought it down and we ran it to the side of the eggmobile. Now, the reason why I put these clamps on here is because that we're moving this every single day, and so this could bop around and eventually work the silicone loose here or just break the piping. And so as it comes down, we have it all coming down in a downward angle because we're using gravity to our advantage. And then we just have a simple 5-gallon bucket on a shelf. We drilled a hole in the lid so that way the water can feed through. And again, we use 3/4 inch all the way in to feeding the top of the bucket. That way we can get a good tight seal of the hole that we made. And we also use silicone around it, one, just to keep the mosquitoes and debris and stuff out. That way it won't clog our chicken cups later on. Drilled all the way through, so when the bucket fills up, we have 3/4 inch piping coming out of the bottom as well, and we have that as close to flush as on the bottom of the bucket as we could get it. We siliconed around it as well. Came down another 3/4 inch 90, and this is where we had to reduce to 1/2 inch because we have the PVC tees that your chicken cups screw into, and they are 1/2 inch. And so we reduced it down to 1/2 inch, came down, and then we secured it on the bottom of our eggmobile with more clamps. And then we tested the system. Boom, worked great. Yes, we did have a leak there, and that's about the only place where we really had some leaks. Then we let it completely fill up, and basically when it got too full, the water started coming out of the top of the bucket, which was good. I didn't have to worry about pressure popping the lid off. That was one of the things I wanted to see. And then we tested our chicken cups, and boom, they've got water. Now, because of the height, and this is something that you may want to take into consideration, the height of my eggmobile is its height. One, I'm in Georgia. It gets hot in the summertime. It gives the birds a decent place to cool down and get out of the sun and get some shade. But two, my landscape, I'm in the foothills. It does a lot of whoop-de-whoops like this. So I have to have my eggmobile up kind of high so that way I don't scrape the bottom when I'm going across some of these whoop-de-whoops that we have out here. So that means that my chicken cups are just a little bit too high for the chickens, but that was an easy problem to solve. I just took an old pallet and I placed it under there. Now it'll raise the chickens up, I don't know what, maybe 4 or 5 inches. They'll get up on the pallet and then they can reach the chicken cups with no problem and be able to get to the water. Now we did grab the chickens and we did just like how you do with a baby chick. We introduced them to the chicken cups by dipping their beaks into the water so they knew that's where the water was. And bam, our problem is solved. Now, if we're in the south, we get periodic rain. We don't get a lot of rain. Lord, I wish we did. Now this 5-gallon bucket, with the amount of chickens that we have in this Eggmobile currently, a full 5-gallon bucket should last us a week or two with significant water. Probably longer than that, but we're going to say on the safe side 2 weeks. Now daily we come by, we thump the bucket to make sure, and it's a lot less stressful and easier on our time management if we just have to bring a 5-gallon. If we don't get any rain for a couple of weeks, we just have to bring a 5-gallon bucket up and we can just dump it in the gutter and walk away, and then it'll give us a significant amount of water, and hopefully we'll get some rain in between there so we don't really have to check it as much. And basically there's 2 ways to check it. Like I said before, you thump on the side of the bucket, and then the other way is to, if there's no water in your chicken cups, just go down there and push on the little levers inside the cups that the chickens peck on. Water comes out, you're good. No water comes out, thump that bucket, see if it sounds like the bucket is full, and start looking at your cups and stuff to see where you may have a clog. All right, so there you go. I hope this video has helped you solve your watering issues that you may have with your Eggmobiles. If it has, hey, do me a solid. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment. Let us know if you've done this or if you're going to give this a go. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless, and have a nice day.